Yeah, I heard. Everybody ready?
Yes.
This time I'd like to call the March 2nd, 2020 City of Vandalia Council meeting to order. We'll start with a moment of reflection, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Council, you've had an opportunity to review the Council study session minutes of February 17th and the Council meeting minutes of February 17th. Are there any comments or corrections? Being none, they stand approved. We have no communications, petitions, or awards, nor do we have a public hearing. And that brings us to comments from interested citizens. So if you'd like to make a comment to Council, please step to the podium, state your name, address for the record, and your comment. Being none, we'll move on. We have no public hearing. I'm sorry, I already did that. Brings us to the city manager's report, and we have no information items or action items, nor do we have any old business. And that brings us to resolutions. First resolution tonight is Resolution 20-R-10 by title only.
A resolution waiving the formal bidding process and authorizing the purchase of 13 Panasonic CF31 Toughbook mobile computers requested by the Division of Police to ARC Acquisitions US, Inc. at the State of Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Agreement contract pricing amount.
Mr. Cruzy?
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, so $60,000 is budgeted for the replacement of 13 ruggedized mobile computers that are utilized in our police vehicles to access maps, dispatch data, mobile reporting, dash cameras, and other various resources. The IT department did solicit quotes from 3 vendors for the 13 Panasonic Toughbooks, with ARC Acquisitions providing the lowest quote of $43,145.57.
All right, thank you. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 20-R-10 as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Farce and a second by Councilman Lewis that we approve Resolution 20-R-10. Are there any comments? Being none, can you please call the roll?
Councilmember Woods?
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley?
Yes.
Councilmember Follick?
Yes.
Councilmember Farce?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers?
Yes.
Mayor Herbst?
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 20-R-11. Mr. McDonald, by title only.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into an economic development government equity agreement with Montgomery County Office of Economic Development regarding the Xeron project and to enter into a corresponding EDGE agreement with Xeron as the EDGE grant recipient.
Thank you, Mr. Cruzy.
Thank you, Your Honor. So this resolution does authorize a $450,000 EDGE agreement with Montgomery County for Xerion battery located at 250 Northwoods Boulevard. Xerion proposes to invest $21 million toward the renovation of the former Delphi facility. The project also proposes the creation of 200 new full-time jobs at an average annual salary of $38,000 over the next 3 years. Xerion also received a $50,000 grant from the Vandalia Development Corporation.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve Resolution 20-R-11.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Blakesley and a second by Councilman Follick that we approve Resolution 20-R-11. Are there any comments? Being none, can you please call the roll?
Councilmember Blakesley?
Yes.
Councilmember Follick?
Yes.
Councilmember Farce?
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis?
Yes.
Councilmember Woods?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers?
Yes.
Mayor Herbst?
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 20-R-12. Mr. McDonald by title only.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a letter of understanding with the United States Air and Trade Show.
Thank you. Mr. Cruzy.
Thank you, Your Honor. So annually, the city enters into a letter of understanding with the U.S. Air and Trade Show. Per the terms of that letter, the city agrees to provide police and city services and direct support of the Vectron Dayton Air Show that will be held this year on June 27th and 28th. The city will be reimbursed should such services exceed $21,900. In return, the city will receive one Flightline chalet with 200 chalet tickets for each day of the air show, along with catering services.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 20-R-12.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman or Vice Mayor Ehlers and second by Councilman Lewis that we approve Resolution 20-R-12. Are there any comments? Being none, will you please call the roll?
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 20-R-13. Mr. McDonald, by title only.
A resolution awarding the bid for the Northwoods Boulevard and Falls Creek Drive intersection improvement, engineering and design services requested by the Public Works Department to Choice One Engineering at the lowest and best bid price of $36,500.
Thank you, Mr. Cruzy.
Thank you, Your Honor. So proposals were received for the engineering and design of the Northwoods Boulevard Falls Creek Improvement Project. This project involves the extension of the south lane of eastbound Northwoods Boulevard and the installation of a traffic signal at the Northwoods Boulevard Falls Creek Drive intersection. 3 firms submitted proposals, with Choice One Engineering submitted the lowest price. The budget for the design of this project is $50,000.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 20-R-13 as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Lewis and a second by Councilwoman Fairst that we approve Resolution 20-R-13 as presented. Are there any comments? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. We have one ordinance in its first reading, and that is Ordinance 20-04. Mr. McDonald, by title only.
An ordinance amending Chapter 436 Licensing Accidents of Part 4 Traffic Code of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Vandalia by amending Section 436.09 titled Display of License Plates, Registrations, and Obstructions.
Thank you. Mr. Cruzy?
Thank you, Your Honor. So it was recently discovered that our local ordinance regarding expired plates was inadvertently removed from the codified ordinances during the last update. This ordinance would provide the police officers the authority to cite a driver or owner for expired plates or registration.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Your Honor, I'll move to approve ordinance 20-04 in the first reading.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Follak and a second by Councilman Blakesley that we approve Ordinance 20-04 in its first reading. Are there any comments? Please call the roll.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. We have no ordinances in their second reading, nor do we have any emergency ordinances. And that brings us to reports from boards and commissions. First item is a variance at 349 North American Boulevard for impervious surface. Mr. Cruzy?
Thank you, Your Honor. So Jack and Tracy Fuller are requesting a variance to permit lot coverage of 48.10%, where 45% is the maximum permitted. Their existing home, driveway, porch, patio cover, detached garage, and shed occupies 44.92% of their lot area. The Fullers are requesting permission to construct a 252 square foot addition to their home that would put them over the 45% lot coverage limitation. The BZA reviewed this request at its February 12 meeting. They voted 5-0 to recommend approval of a maximum impervious surface coverage of 45.32%. The applicants have agreed with the board's request that the existing patio cover and concrete slab will be replaced with pavers, resulting in a variance request of about 25 square feet.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve the variance request at 349 North American Boulevard.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Pollak and a second by Vice Mayor Ehlers that we approve the variance at 349 North American Boulevard for impervious surface. Any comments? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Kind of a clarification, I'm sorry, I was going back in front.
Okay.
Are we taking with BZA's recommendation? Because their recommendation's 45, right? But on here it says 48.
45.32.
But
Yeah.
this variance is asking for 48. So we need to clarify that we're doing it with the recommendations from BZA, correct?
Correct, a 45.32%, correct.
My
that
motion's
met?
with BZA's recommendation.
Okay. Then yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
and Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have a sign variance at 6196 Poe Avenue, which is scene 75. Mr. Cruzy?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. So Scene 75 is requesting 2 sign variances. First, Scene 75 is permitted 2 square feet of sign area for each linear foot of building frontage, up to a maximum of 200 square feet for an attached building sign. The proposed sign would be placed on the west side of the building that faces Poe Avenue and I-75. The west side of the building has 290 linear feet of frontage and currently has 570 square feet of signage. The proposed additional 103 square feet of signage advertising the new banquet center would increase the total signage to 673 square feet. Scene 75 is also requesting a variance to allow a 65.25 square foot, 9-foot tall directional sign. The zoning code limits directional signs to 3 square feet in area and 4 feet in height. The directional sign is to direct traffic to either the banquet center or the main entrance. The Board of Zoning Appeals reviewed this request at their February 12 meeting. They voted 5-0 to recommend approval, provided that the driveway entrance sign is not located within 40 feet of the right-of-way.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve variance for 6196 Poe Avenue, scene 75, including all the information in the enclosed memo.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Blakesley and a second by Vice Mayor Ehlers that we approve the sign variance at 6196 Poe Avenue with the additional information provided. Are there any comments? Please call the roll.
Variances up there. I'm just wanting to make sure there's 2 variances involved, and we are approving both of them at one time.
At one time.
Great.
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have a variance for Bo Townsend Ford at 1100 West National Road for a curb opening. Mr. McDonald, or I'm sorry, Mr. Cruzy.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Bo Townsend is requesting a variance to allow an interior lot with 2 curb openings. The subject property is currently comprised of 2 separate lots, each with its own curb opening. The applicant is proposing to consolidate both lots, therefore creating 1 interior lot with 2 curb openings. The purpose of the lot consolidation is to accommodate the construction of a new facility. The Board of Zoning Appeals reviewed this request at its February 12 meeting. They voted 5-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Yes, I move to approve the variance for the curb opening at 1100 West National Road.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Woods and a second by
Who was that?
Councilman Blakesley that we approve the variance for the curb opening at 1100 West National Road. Are there any comments? Being none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ehlers,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have the Board of Zoning Appeals minutes from February 12th and the Planning Commission minutes of December 10th. Are there any comments on those? Being none, they stand approved. That brings us to council comments. Mr. McDonald?
Nothing tonight.
Mr. Cruzy?
Nothing this evening?
Councilman Blakesley?
I do have one, and there's several council members that attended the Youth and Government Day on Tuesday and thoroughly enjoyed being able to help teach the students some of the government. And I think if anybody saw the news, the mayor at that time was very impressed with how government was run and how we helped them understand some of that. And it was a real pleasure to be able to do that. And I just wish that more people could see that or be involved in understanding how, the government does work. As it's been mentioned many times before, what the audience sees is what we did tonight is vote on these items, but obviously some of these items we have gone through in the work sessions, and I think that was something else that the students saw, how everything came to us and the decisions you have to make of where it comes to when we sit and make the vote. And I think it was an eye-opener. It was an eye-opener for me, too, to see it through the students' eyes, and I hope that the rest of you saw the same thing. I think we had a good time.
Yeah.
So it was very enjoyable.
Thank you. Councilman Lewis.
None this evening?
Councilwoman Woods.
No, thank you.
Councilman Pollard.
Just two quick things. One, to echo Councilman Blakesley's remarks and to thank both the Vandalia Butler Optimist Club and the credit unions in town that sponsored Youth and Government Day. And then also just to recognize, again, several of us were present Friday for the city employee recognition, service awards recognition. So just recognizing those employees for, I think it was 225 years of combined service to the city. So we appreciate that as well.
All right, thank you. Councilwoman Forrest.
None this evening, thank you.
Vice Mayor Ehlers.
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. The only thing I was going to also mention is, like the others have mentioned about the youth and government, I certainly appreciate the kids taking involvement in government, and I've done this for a couple of years now, and I've always been impressed with the amount of thought and questions that they put into a lot of these decisions. So I really think we have some good leaders coming up here in the future. That's all I have. So at this time, we're going to adjourn this meeting. We're going to go back to the large conference room and finish our study session. And then after that, we are going to have an executive session. Hey, who puts this agenda